Om. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratan Karunamayam Namami Chinmayan Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yo antah pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjeevayatyakhila shaktidhara swadhamna anyanscha hasta charana shravanatvagaadin pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam samacharana sarojam sandra neelambudabham Jaghana nihita panim mandanam mandananam taruna tulasi malam kandharam kanjanetram sadaya dhavalahasam vitthalam chintayami vitthalam chintayami.
Thanks to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Eknathi Bhagawat session. We are in chapter 6. We have finished till 403rd OV. We are beginning with the verse number 50. We'll finish this chapter in a short while and immediately begin with the next chapter. Shri Shuka Uvacha Evam Vidnyapito Rajan Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha Ekantinam Priyam Bhrityam Uddhavam Samabhashata.
Meaning of the verse, Sri Shuka said, O king, thus addressed by Uddhava, the Lord, the son of Devaki, talked to the dear and intimate servant Uddhava. 404. Sri Shuka said, in this way, the son of Devaki, who was the God in his full powers, Sri Krishna, he was requested by his own dearest servant. 405. Uddhava is here called own dearest servant because the Lord Sri Krishna used to tell every secret thing to him. 406. Where Rukmini had no entry, where Vasudeva and Devaki had no place, where Pradyumna, Bali, Bhadra and Aniruddha were not allowed. 407. There, Uddhava was always with Sri Krishna, day and night, and that is why the wise people call him the secret and intimate friend. 408. His love for Uddhava was so tremendous that whatever was dear, even beyond his own life, he used to give to this servant. 409. While giving such things to Uddhava, if Uddhava declined to accept, Sri Krishna used to hold him in embrace, and if Uddhava used to still deny it, the Lord would even fall at his feet and entreat him. Thus, the God becomes totally subservient to his devotees. 410. Really, Uddhava alone was the dearest person to the Lord who had no such love for anybody else. 411. That is why the epithets like dear, servant, and intimate, etc. are apt for Uddhava only, and therefore he could and did request his master so ardently. 412. By listening to the talk of Uddhava, Sri Krishna became so full of compassion that he became as kind as the cloud to the bird Chataka. 413. The thirst of the bird Chataka is very little, but on that account, the cloud showers and drenches the whole land by water. Similarly, now onwards, you will read how the Lord Sri Krishna did satisfy all the worlds while speaking to Uddhava. Shuka said, 414. Listening to Uddhava's talk, Sri Krishna began to nod and move his head with joy. The devotee was fortunate and therefore there was some softness of love. 415. Now, in that land which is humid by love, the Lord will sow the seed of self wisdom, and the crop will be sufficient for the whole world. The seekers of liberty will have the full measure of total freedom. 416. The cow gives her milk for her calf, but the surplus milk meets the needs of the whole world, whole household. Similarly, while speaking to Uddhava alone, the Lord will give peace to all. 417. When there are guests, some sweets are prepared in the house, but the children in the house partake of the sweets without demanding. 418. Children are not able to eat the sweets properly, but their mother even forces the morsels in their mouth. Similarly, the Guru Janardana gave or forced upon us the remnant of the sweets. Thus says Sri Eknath. 419. See the great unprecedented grace of our Guru. He gave me the Marathi meaning of the advice given by Sri Krishna to Uddhava. 420. Eka Janardana says, the listeners may please be attentive, but who 422. I request in this way because liked by the muktas, men who are free, and it will fulfill the desires of the seekers, and the door of the ears will be opened of its own accord. 423. This is not only a request of Uddhava, but it is the beating of the drums by him, declaring, come all, the Lord Krishna is going to shower upon us the rain of self-knowledge. Come to derive the benefit of listening to it. 424. Or we may say that Uddhava has opened roadside hydrant of water to quench the thirst of meaning for the pilgrims on the path of liberation. 425. My mother, who is devotion itself, has taken me there, carrying me with her, and therefore I have received the great nectar in the person of Janardana. 426. O God, forever may our devotion be like this. It will be foolishness of the devotees if they pray you for liberation. 427. If the bondage is real, then my demand for liberation will be properly justified. But when the bondage itself is unreal, it will be foolish to request for freedom. 428. We request there should be that devotion in us where there is no sense of you and I, and there is the natural state without any division. We repeatedly request the saints for this state only. 429. Now, the Master Krishna will give spiritual wisdom regarding the secret, requesting Janardana to please give your undivided attention towards the listening. Here ends the 6th chapter of Marathi commentary written by the Saint Eknath on the 11th skandha of Srimad Bhagavata Purana, dedicated to Lord Sri Krishna. Chapter 7. Om. Salutations to Lord Sri Ganesha. Om. Salutations to Lord Sri Krishna. 1. Om. Salutations to Satguru Janardana, who has 4 letters in his name, namely Janardana. You are the moon of understanding for the mind of clever people. You are the king of gods, the Surendra. You are the king of knowledge. You are the self-knowledge in person. I bow to you. 2. As soon as you are remembered, you are present in front of us as well as at our back, in our mind as well as outside us. You break up the knot of ignorance and become visible before our eyes. Number 3, O Janardana, you destroy the lust for objects, and by manifest presence of yours, you do not allow our mind to have any concern about whether the worldly life exists or not. Number 4, O solid joy, O supreme, as soon as we touch your feet or the mind thinks of your feet, It becomes steady and you afford for us natural peace and satisfaction. Number 5. O Guru, the Master, I put my head at your feet with a sense of unity and equality and request you to please listen to the story further, in which the Lord Sri Krishna is going to talk. Number 6. When Uddhava requested Sri Krishna to take him with him and not to leave him, Sri Krishna was emotionally moved, but controlling himself, he began to give advice to Uddhava about self-knowledge with his peculiar skill. Number 7. The Lord was already thinking, to whom should I impart the self-knowledge before I leave this world? 8. As he saw how Uddhava was having anxiety due to attachment, he began to teach him about desire, freedom from desire, and self realization. Number 9. In order to save Uddhava from the curse of Brahmins, it was necessary to give him thorough knowledge of Brahman because he knew the fact that the curse would not affect a realized soul. Number 10. Sri Krishna was the master of the art of imparting and impressing on the mind of the pupil the self knowledge, and therefore he created such acute apathy in the listener's mind about the mundane world that it would naturally embrace the Brahman immediately. Number 11, Sri Krishna knew well that if self knowledge is taught to anyone who is not desire free, the teaching becomes futile. He therefore beautifully gives intimate instructions about the state of austerity. 12. First, he talked in such a way that Uddhava would think that Sri Krishna was agreeing with him. And then, with delicate tact, he started his talk gradually, emphasizing the need of having desireless mind and the knowledge of the self.
श्रीभगवानुवाच यदात्थमां महाभाग तच्चिकीर्षितमेव मे ब्रह्मा भवो लोकपालाः स्वर्वासं मेऽभिकाङ्क्षिणः.
Meaning of the verse. The Lord said, O great soul, what you said is right. Brahma and the deities governing the creation are desiring that I should go to the heavens. 13. He who is the speaker of the Vedas and the teacher of the men of knowledge, the Lord Sri Krishna said, O fortunate devotee, listen. Number 14. What you so emotionally said is thrice true, and I am going to do the same thing. 15. Brahma, Shankar, and other gods are very eager to see me in heaven. Their groups were here with all the deities of the world. 16. They met me and asked me about my returning to my eternal abode, to do which is my intention. And by listening to that hint, you became very depressed. 17. All the deities with the Lord Shankar are very eager to see me go back to Vaikuntha.
मया निष्पादितं ह्यत्र देवकार्यमशेषतः यदर्थमवतीर्णोऽहम् अंशेन ब्रह्मणार्थितः.
Meaning of the verse, I have finished the mission of the gods completely, for which I was requested by Brahma, and for which I have come here by one fragment of my totality. 18. I have accomplished the work of the gods for which Brahma had prayed to me. I took birth as a human being and I gave Balaram the honor of being my elder brother. 19. But there is no sense of elder and younger brother between us. There was unity between the Lord Sri Krishna and Balaram as Atman.
कुलं वैशापानिर्दग्धं नङ्क्ष्यन्त्यन्योन्यविग्रहात् समुद्रसप्तमेऽह्येतां पुरीं च प्लावयिष्यति.
Meaning of the verse. This Yadav race will perish by internal strife, and on the seventh day, the sea will swallow this city. Number 20. Our own race is remaining, which is already burnt by the curse, which will be destroyed by internal fight. 21. I had borrowed land of Dwaraka from the sea, which will be merged by the sea on the seventh day after my departure.
यह्येवायं मया त्यक्तः लोकोऽयं नष्टमङ्गलः भविष्यत्यचिरात् साधो कलिनापि निराकृतः.
Meaning of the verse: this world, forsaken by me and devoid of any auspicious righteousness, will also be overpowered by Kali. 22. O Uddhava, please listen. I am telling this for your good. When I leave this world, people will, within a few days, turn towards sins. They will lose their good thinking power. 23. The religion will be seriously affected and people will be sinners and evil minded. I will tell you the reason. Please listen. 24. So long as I am present in this world, the Kali has no power to give any trouble to the people. But when I will go, he will be very strong. 25. When Kali will be very strong, Brahmins will neglect their own duty. People will not like to be charitable and rituals, etc., will be performed with hypocrisy.
नमस्तव्यं त्वयैवेह मया त्यक्ते महीतले जनो धर्मरुचिर्भद्र भविष्यति कलौ युगे.
Meaning of the verse: when I will leave this earth, you should not stay here any longer. People will be having liking for evil things, O my dear, in the age of Kali. 26. When I leave this earth, Kali will be very powerful. You should today only go away from here before Kali will be more rampant. 27. When Kali will have his way, there will be irreligiousness in the world and evil intentions, and destructive sciences will be on the increase, with evil gossip spoiling the minds. 28. There will not be real benefit at all, but people will criticize each other and try to harm others. In the Kali age, there will be such a plight, so you should not stay here any longer.
वन्तु सर्वं परित्यज्य स्नेहं स्वजनबन्धुषु मय्यावेश मनः सम्यक् समदृग्विचरस्वगाम्.
Meaning of the verse: leaving aside all your love for your relatives, you should merge your mind into me and roam about on the face of the earth with an attitude of equanimity. 29. O Uddhava, you should immediately leave this city alone for your own good. 30. You should leave your grain storage, your dear relatives, your brothers and sisters, your wives and children. Have no attachment and hope for them. 31. If you leave your home but still keep attachment to your house and family members, that renunciation will be dangerous for you. 32. You must first drop your attachment. Then ego should also be killed. Then the long hair on the head, which is a jumble of various desires, should be shaved. And then only you should leave your house. 33. How can you drop the attachment? How can you punish your ego? That also I will tell you. Please listen. 34. You should place the attention of your mind on my universal, all pervading form, and with firm determination and care, keep your attention there only, which is your own Atman. 35. You should definitely maintain unity with that vast form of mind, so that being silent in the self, the Atman, it will be merged into self and fully identical with it. 36. The worm in the crevice of the home of the bee is as body bound as the bee itself, but by constant thinking of the bee, the worm undergoes transformation. So it proves that nothing is impossible to be achieved by study, and that study is told just now by me. 37. My being is, of course, an aspect of knowledge, and Jiva, who meditates on me, is also having awareness and intelligence. So Jiva becomes identified with me by such meditation. 38. As at that state, the whole existence is one united, pulsating force, the mind also becomes quiet and undivided. You should deepen that equanimity and maintain it. 39. You will ask, where you will stay if you leave your house? So I will presently tell you which you listen to. Number 40. With the identification of consciousness with reality, The vision sees everything as reality, and you may live anywhere, but your mind shall be peaceful with the world. Do not plan or be anxious about what place you should dwell in. 41. Even if you stay on at one place for a little more time, you become attached to it and proud of it. Thus, any particular place is not a reality. Therefore, do not worry about a place. 42. When you will when you will be a universal man at home in any environment, you will be one with me and you will simply be Krishna only. Thus, without moving from yourself or your spot on the earth, you will attain the eternal resting place. 43. Uddhava had requested the Lord to take him to the eternal abode, to which request the Lord has responded by giving him the advice about his own Atman. 44. The Lord said, if this supreme step is not taken, you will never reach the unity with me. Then how can you come to my eternal abode? 45. You may say that I should seat you on the back of the eagle and take you to that place, but wings are of no use there because the place is not at any distance in the space, but it is a subjective state. 46. So those who are really sincere seekers leave the concept of this wing or that wing and become united with me. But the eagle has pride about the power of its wings, and that is why he cannot reach that home of mine. 40. Now you may say that I should carry you on my shoulders, but I have actually no shoulders and no physical body at that. Therefore, you cannot go there without dropping your ego. 40. Though you may do anything and try in any way, you cannot enter into the real self abode without giving up the ego, the pride. 40. Everything with a form which you see is destructible. Decide this as a certain fact by self understanding.
यदिदं मनसा वाचा चक्षुर्भ्यां श्रवणादिभिः नश्वरं गृह्यमाणं च विद्धि मायामनोमयम्.
Meaning of the verse: whatever you see by your mind, speak by your tongue, hear by your ears, taste by your tongue, see by your eyes, smell with your hand, or take in your destructible, and know also that it is nothing but myth. 50. Whatever you may see goes into oblivion by seeing only. And whatever you listen to by ears is dissolved as sound. 51. Whatever the tongue speaks goes waste, hot arguments. Therefore, the Vedas. 52. Whatever the mind conceived became null and void as only a conception, an idea. That which became the subject of pride became wasted by division of otherness, separation between species. Whatever is perceptible to the organs is destructible. All this is defined by the thought about what is permanent and what is temporary. 54. But remember well that this thought is also within the unreal Maya. So all this world is of Maya, and that Maya creates the conception. 55. What is seen or perceived by you as worldly life is of the Maya only. You should recognize this as such by firm insight and determination. 56. Just as
Hariyo, we can pause over here for today. Beautiful. You can,
yeah,
your thoughts first, Lataji.
yeah, it is so beautiful. I don't know which point I should take. Like as I was reading, initially he says that unless you drop the ego or attachment, nothing of the self-knowledge will be taken in by you. So the first thing is definitely to drop the attachment and the ego. And but what really touched me is the way he says that you become one with me. That's what I mean. It comes just before there. He says there's no difference between you and me. So where's the question of me taking you to Vaikuntha? Because there's no such thing. I mean, there's no such thing that, you can come with me on the eagle and go to Vaikuntha, because you are me itself. That's what I am, you, and you are me. That, Advaita point that he brings, it really is making me, is
Yes.
very, very powerful.
Yes.
And so I think, so whatever we see with our sense organs, all of it is destructible, and it is all controlled by Maya. It's not the truth. And he says the Vedas also say that is neti neti. So I think that's the strongest thing which I sort of picked up. I'm very happy that I could read this, because I mean, Uddhava, like, he just started giving the
Yes.
advice to Uddhava, and I was waiting for that portion all these days.
Yes, because that's the 11th skanda essence is this talking to
Now,
the knowledge given to them. Very beautiful.
and also in the beginning, I had a doubt. He says he bows to Janardana, means his guru, and here he thinks the guru and God is one and the same, isn't it? That is what he feels.
Yes.
And that point also was brought about very nicely in the words that he
Yes.
composed. Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful. And you have summarized it also so very well. That only thing I'll add is that point number 45. The place is not a distant
Yes.
distance in the space, but it is a subjective state.
Yes. Yeah.
So I felt that's so beautiful. Means each Ovi is like one mantra, and then we
Yes.
should revisit to read that, because so much has been said in so little words. That I felt very striking. Anybody
Definitely.
has any other?
Beautiful. So I think from now on, it's all the
Yes,
Bhagwan's, like
yes.
Gita. It will be amazing.
Anybody has any thought?
Bhagavad Gita, Vashaji?
Yes, yes. This is it. Any more
That
thoughts?
shloka after 28 sounds very much like this chapter 18, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. And and so that everything is perceptible, is destructible, that yatha drishyam tata jadam, that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Such lovely verses. My God. Amazing. Lovely reading, Lataji.
Thank you.
Over to you for closing. Venkat, you muted to say something?
No?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that Arjuna Vishad Yoga and Uddhav Gita, the despondency is the same. But the way Krishna deciphers and answers each of Uddhava's question very precisely is something we must really appreciate the Guru Tattva there.
Yes.
Yes.
Uddhava knows already it is the Lord, and Uddhava has a bhakti towards the Lord. And Arjuna is not knowing only. That's why in that chapter he says, "Oh Sakha and all I am calling," in 11th chapter. Only after Vishwarupa Darshana he comes to his senses. So by jnana wise, Uddhava is very vruddha. And Arjuna was just like a very friend.
Right.
He is knowledgeable everything, but not. So there, the despondency part is the same, but the depth and the reason for despondency is different. And attachment part is the same, but
Yes,
attachment for
yes.
different thing is there. So very nicely brought out, Venkatesh, this point. It's very nicely.
Correct.
Yes.
Thank you. So beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरि ओम वर्षा जी हरि ओम
Hari Om,
night
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you for joining. But
Hari Om
one
ji.
small thing, tomorrow's session we'll not have, we'll meet on Monday. I wanted to tell this tomorrow, seeing my time of coming, I'm going out. But to instead of waiting till the last moment, just now the thought came, no, this is like requiring full attention. So we'll do
Yes.
continue from Monday. And Monday's reading, Radha Krishnanji, you can do because tomorrow was your turn to do.
Oh, Thursday. Yeah. So Thursday I don't have to do, is that right?
Okay, so
I
tomorrow
meant to
we
do
will
on Thursday. Oh, okay.
So
So Monday.
Monday, if difficult, then Tuesday also is fine. But Monday,
No, Monday will be okay. Yeah.
Monday will be
Monday.
okay. Yes. Okay, fair enough. So we all
Monday.
meet on Monday and we dive into this.
Yeah.
Hari Om, everyone.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.